Breaking news. Big updates are coming straight from the Los Angeles Chargers camp. Fans, you don't want to miss this. There's a wave of excitement, anticipation, and a surprise that's got the entire Chargers community talking. What's happening? Why is this the hottest topic of the season? Stay with us, because what's about to be revealed could change the look of the Chargers for years to come. But first, before we dive into the latest Chargers news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your support keeps us going. Now, let's move on to the breaking story. The Los Angeles Chargers have always been known for their electrifying style, both on the field and in their uniforms. Fans proudly say the Chargers have the best-looking jerseys in the entire NFL. And now, there's buzz about something new, something bold. A fresh alternate uniform is on the way. For weeks, social media has been flooded with fan art, predictions, and wild guesses about what the new look could be. Chargers fans are fired up, and honestly, it makes perfect sense. These moments don't come often. The chance to see the Bolts in a brand new uniform is a rare event, and it's got everyone waiting, counting down to the big reveal. Set your calendars. July 15th is the day. That's when the Los Angeles Chargers will finally unveil their brand new alternate uniforms. The excitement is real because after this, it might be years before we see another new design. So, what could the Chargers' next look be? Which designs will fans love, and which ones might not make the cut? I've been digging deep, exploring every hint, concept, and fan design out there. In this video, we're going to rank the most talked about alternate jersey ideas and see which ones truly capture the spirit of the Bolts. And of course, I want to hear from you. Jump into the comments and tell me, which uniform concept do you love the most? Which one should the Chargers bring to life? Stay tuned. The countdown to July 15th has officially begun. We've just picked up some exciting clues about what the Los Angeles Chargers' new alternate uniforms might look like. Earlier today, the team released a video celebrating Rodney Harrison's induction into the Chargers Hall of Fame. But it wasn't just the celebration that caught everyone's attention. At the very end of that video, a surprising logo appeared. It was a classic design, the old-school white bolt, and that small detail sent Chargers fans into a frenzy. Could this be the blueprint for the new alternate uniforms? Many fans believe it's a strong possibility. The hint feels intentional, and it matches the kind of throwback look fans have been hoping for. Right now, here's what we know. The Chargers are expected to drop 2 jerseys, one light and one dark. This was mentioned by Matt "Money" Smith, and since then, the excitement has only grown. Other than that, the rest is still a mystery. Fans have been left to guess, imagine, and create their own concepts, and honestly, some of these fan-made designs are incredible. I've done a deep dive, searching through every design, every clue, and every fan prediction to bring you the most exciting Chargers alternate uniform concepts out there. I've also put together my own rankings, scoring each design from 1 to 10 based on style, history, and that signature Chargers swagger. Let's start with one that really sets the bar. This fan design was shared by powderblues.com, and in my opinion, it's absolutely stunning. It brings back the bold, powerful look from the late 80s to early 90s, the kind of style we used to see players like LaDainian Tomlinson dominate in. The dark jersey, the classic bolt, the aggressive vibe. This design just feels right. It's the kind of look that would send a message on the field. Adding something like a tinted visor to these jerseys, that would take the intimidation factor to another level. What makes this even more special is the timing. The Chargers are entering a brand new era under head coach Jim Harbaugh. A fresh start, a new direction, and possibly a new uniform that defines this next chapter. Imagine looking back years from now and instantly connecting this jersey with the beginning of the Harbaugh years. It would become a symbol of change, a mark of the Chargers stepping into something big. This is the perfect moment to bring in a bold, fresh, alternate jersey. And if it's anywhere close to this fan concept, Chargers fans are in for something unforgettable. One of the things that makes this alternate uniform conversation so special is the rich history tied to it. When you think about the Chargers, you can't help but picture the greats, players like Jesse Minter, Justin Herbert, and of course, the legendary LaDainian Tomlinson. These are the names that shape the way we see the Bolts today. And when you combine that tradition with a possible nod to Jim Harbaugh's Michigan colors, the story starts to feel even more meaningful. Out of all the designs I've explored, there's one that stands above the rest. If I had to pick my absolute favorite, this would be it. To me, it perfectly captures what the Chargers represent right now: power, tradition, and a new beginning under Coach Harbaugh. This jersey isn't just about looks. It feels like a symbol of where the team is headed. If I'm giving out scores, this one is a solid 10 out of 10. It's exactly what I want to see as a Chargers fan. But let's be realistic. While this is my top choice, there's another design that seems more likely to become the actual alternate jersey. Based on what's been circulating, the new design could be inspired by the Chargers' classic navy look, possibly with a fresh outline or some updated details. I've seen some hints and reports pointing in this direction, and while I'd still prefer the bold, throwback style, this navy-inspired jersey seems like a strong contender. If that's the case, I'd rate this possible design around a 6 out of 10. It's clean, it's familiar, but it doesn't have that wow factor I'm personally hoping for. Some fans might even push it to a 7, and I get that. It's still a good-looking jersey. But I think there's room to make it even more exciting. One small detail that caught my eye is the option to add jersey numbers on the helmet. I know some fans aren't big on that look, but honestly, I like it. It brings back memories of the Lance Alworth era, a small touch that connects the past to the present. Whether the league requires the number on the helmet or not, I think it's a nice addition that gives the uniform more character. Another interesting design I came across includes a yellow face mask. It's a simple tweak, but it makes a huge difference. That splash of yellow up front adds energy and makes the helmet pop. It's a small change, but sometimes those details can completely transform the feel of the uniform. So here's where we are. My dream jersey? Bold, dark, powerful, 10 out of 10. The likely jersey? Clean, navy-inspired, 6 out of 10. Bonus touches like the helmet numbers and yellow face mask? I'm all in. The journey to the Chargers' new alternate uniform is filled with possibilities, and every detail matters. Let's keep going and explore more of the designs that could shape this exciting new chapter. As we explore more Chargers' alternate uniform ideas, some designs really stand out, but others are a bit more complicated. One concept that immediately caught my attention was a version with a yellow helmet featuring a white number. At first glance, I thought it was a strong look, but as I took a closer look, that white-filled number on the yellow helmet felt slightly off. It didn't quite connect the way I hoped. Still, there's something about the design that's bold and interesting. I'd probably rate this one around a 7 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it has potential. Then there's another fan concept shared by powderblues.com that leans into a more royal blue style. To be completely honest, I don't think the Chargers will bring back royal blue this season. The team seems fully committed to their iconic navy and powder blue combinations, and those are wildly popular with fans right now. Still, this royal blue design has some charm. Personally, I'd prefer to see it tweaked. Maybe take away the thick white stripe on the shoulders, and instead go with the slimmer bolt outline the Chargers currently use. Even though royal blue isn't usually my favorite, this one surprised me. I'd rate it about a 5 out of 10. It's not the frontrunner, but I wouldn't be disappointed if it made an appearance. Now let's talk about one of the most divisive topics among Chargers fans: the yellow jerseys. If you've been anywhere near Chargers social media, you've probably seen this debate explode. It's almost a battleground. Some fans absolutely love the idea. Others, let's just say they would rather see anything else. From what I've posted and seen, the side that opposes the yellow jerseys seems to be louder and much more passionate. Meanwhile, those who actually like the yellow seem to stay quieter, maybe because of all the heat surrounding the topic. Let's take a look at one of the yellow jersey designs I came across. Honestly, for me, this one is a hard no. The colors don't mix well, the design feels forced, and overall, it just doesn't work. It looks like one of those AI-generated concepts, but it misses the mark badly. I'd give this one a 2 out of 10. Yellow can work if done right, but this isn't it. Still, I'm not giving up on the yellow just yet. I want to give these bold designs a fair chance because there are ways to make them look sharp. Whenever I'm at a Chargers game, I see flashes of yellow in the crowd, whether it's a hat, a jacket, or a flag, and it shows there's still something special about that color if used the right way. The question is, Can the Chargers make the yellow jersey actually work? Or is this one of those ideas that's better left as a conversation? Let's keep digging. Whenever I walk around at Thunder Rally or see fans on game day, I can't help but notice something. The yellow Chargers jerseys are out there. Fans are wearing them proudly. They've been available for a long time, and it's clear that a part of the fan base genuinely loves them. There was even a moment when a yellow helmet design with a bolt outline started circulating online. Some fans thought it was a leak of the next alternate helmet. Turns out it wasn't new at all. Those yellow-themed pieces have been sold for years in the form of collectibles and merchandise. So while it wasn't breaking news, it did reignite the yellow jersey debate. Here's the truth. The yellow jersey has been part of the Chargers conversation for a long time. People do like it, but for me, it feels like a missed opportunity. The Chargers could create something iconic, something bold, something that leaves a mark, and yet going with yellow feels like playing it safe. That said, I won't completely dismiss it. I've seen some concepts where the yellow is mixed with navy accents, and I have to admit, some of them aren't bad. Even though I'm not a fan of the yellow jersey overall, I'd rate those combinations around a 3 or 4 out of 10. They don't win me over, but they aren't terrible either. Some designs try to make the yellow pop with creative contrasts, but that's the key. You need contrast. Without it, the jersey just feels like too much. One design I came across featured powder blue numbers on the yellow base, and honestly, it worked better than I expected. I'd probably give that one a 4 out of 10. Still not my favorite, but I could live with it. Now, there's one particular yellow concept that completely ignited a storm among Chargers fans. It wasn't just any design. It became the spark that lit the fire. The moment it started circulating, the fan base divided instantly. Some absolutely hated it. Others defended it passionately. Let's be real. The yellow jersey conversation is one of the most polarizing topics in Chargers Nation. Some fans will tell you it's a bold step forward. Others think it's a terrible idea. But here's what I've realized. Even if people say they don't like it, they still talk about it, they still react to it, and they still care. And that says something. At the end of the day, no matter where you stand on the yellow jersey debate, it's part of the story of the Chargers' evolving identity. Whether we love it, hate it, or somewhere in between, it keeps us connected, keeps us passionate, and keeps us waiting for what's next. And honestly, that's what being a fan is all about. There's something about the yellow jersey that keeps pulling fans back into the conversation. Among all the yellow designs floating around, there's one that actually stands out to me. It's bold, it pops, and honestly, it works better than I expected. If the Chargers were to introduce a yellow alternate, this version, with its navy outlines and sharp contrast, would probably be the one I could live with. Even then, I'd call it a 5 out of 10. It's not my first choice, but among the yellow options, it feels like the most balanced. The navy elements help settle the brightness of the yellow, and the overall design feels intentional, not rushed. I've always thought the yellow helmet design was interesting. It's been around for years as a concept piece, something you'd see in collectible versions and in the team store. But here's the thing. While it's familiar, the Chargers can still aim higher. There's room to create something that truly feels legendary. Now, let's shift to something that's always been close to the heart of Chargers fans, the powder blue alternates. I came across a design that instantly caught my attention. It's bright, it's fun, it almost has that comic book hero vibe. But for me, it's missing something. The helmet design feels a bit too safe, too similar to what we already know. If you're going to introduce a fresh alternate, you need to push the boundaries. I'd give this one a 4 out of 10. It's decent, but it doesn't bring that spark I'm looking for. It's colorful, yes, but it doesn't demand attention. And then there's another concept that's got fans curious, the white alternates. We haven't seen many leaks or mock-ups yet, but all signs point to the Chargers wearing white alternates at least once or twice this season. One design in particular really stood out. It's got a clean, sharp look. Imagine a version with silver-gray tones, almost like it's pulled straight from a futuristic playbook. It's sleek, no question about it. The only thing holding it back? It borders a little too close to the Detroit Lions vibe. That's the only knock. But design-wise, I'd give this one a solid 6 out of 10. It's modern, it's aggressive, and if the Chargers chose to roll out with something like this, I think it would turn heads. Sure, there'd be some jokes about Detroit Chargers, but the style is strong enough to stand on its own. When it comes to white alternates, Simplicity works, but a touch of boldness makes it unforgettable. One of the more surprising designs I came across was a gray alternate paired with yellow accents. It's definitely a unique combination. Some might say it gives off slight Pittsburgh vibes, but the gray base keeps it distinct. Honestly, I don't mind it. It's something different. I'd give this one a 4 out of 10. It lands somewhere near the yellow jersey category for me. Interesting, but not my top pick. Now, let's talk about a jersey concept that truly caught fire among Chargers fans. This particular white alternate with icy powder blue accents turned out to be a fan favorite. The soft blue outline against the crisp white base feels like lightning frozen in time. It's sharp, modern, and honestly, it just works. If the Chargers ever wanted to introduce a clean, sleek alternate, this is the direction they should consider. It's got the cool factor without overcomplicating things. To me, it deserves a solid 7 out of 10, maybe even pushing towards an 8. Among all the white alternates I've seen, this one stands out. It's simple but powerful. I would love to see it on the field. I also stumbled upon a royal-themed concept that really went outside the box. It featured the old-school Chargers horse logo, which is a rare sight these days. The design leaned heavily into a royal blueprint style. It felt bold, but maybe a little too experimental. The idea was creative, and I appreciate the nod to the past, but you simply can't replace the iconic lightning bolts on the helmet and shoulders. That's non-negotiable. For originality, I'll give it a 2 out of 10. It's an interesting swing, but the bolts are essential to who the Chargers are. And now, let's address a topic that always stirs the pot: black uniforms. Across the NFL, black alternates tend to look absolutely incredible. Some teams pull them off perfectly, like the Panthers or even the Cardinals. Black brings an edge. It's aggressive. It's intimidating. But for the Chargers, that's a tricky line to walk. The team's identity is all about speed, energy, and that signature pop of lightning blue. Going black would be a massive shift from what fans are used to. Still, the idea lingers. The question is, would black really fit the spirit of the Chargers, or would it just feel like a forced trend? That's something worth thinking about. When it comes to black jerseys for the Chargers, I just can't get behind it. It doesn't fit. The Chargers have always had this electric, hero-like energy, bright, fast, and bold. A black uniform feels like it would clash with that identity. It's not just about color, it's about the spirit of the team. To me, the Chargers have always been the good guys. Some teams pull off black because it fits their tough, villainous vibe, but the Chargers? That's not who they are. One black jersey concept really missed the mark for me. Honestly, I'd give it a 1 out of 10. It just doesn't feel right. It lacks the spark, the contrast, and the energy a black jersey would need to work for this franchise. There was another black concept that was slightly better. I liked the improved contrast, but even then, it didn't fully connect. I'd give that one a 4 out of 10. It's a step up, but still far from what would feel authentic for the Chargers. If anything, I'd take the yellow alternates over the black ones, and I don't even love the yellow options. Interestingly, I've always been a fan of darker aesthetics when it comes to design. I enjoy bold, contrast-heavy visuals. But with the Chargers, it just doesn't land. The black doesn't match the energy this team is known for. Shifting back to the powder blue concepts, I came across a few that tried to use the same color throughout the entire jersey. I appreciate the attempt, but they didn't quite hit the mark for me. I'd give one of those designs a 3 out of 10. It just didn't pop the way it needed to. There was another version that added a yellow helmet on top of the powder blue jersey. That one worked a little better. It had a brighter, more balanced feel, but I'd still keep it at a 3 out of 10. It's better, but it's not quite where it should be. If you're going to go bold with these designs, you really have to nail the execution. There's no room for half measures. Now, on the other hand, one white alternate really caught my eye. The simplicity worked. The white jersey, paired with those striking chrome powder blue helmets, that's a look that actually makes sense. You could even convince me to take away the extra blue stripe to make the helmet and jersey combination even cleaner. If the Chargers are going to innovate, this is the lane they should explore: sleek, modern, and staying true to their DNA. There's something undeniably sharp about a clean white jersey paired with the right helmet. One particular design caught my attention. It's sleek, it's modern, and it genuinely feels like it belongs on the field. I'd give that one a solid 5 out of 10. It's good, but there are some other white concepts that edge it out for me. But then, there's this one jersey design that absolutely nailed it. Imagine this: a home jersey that's bold and electric, paired with a white alternate that complements it perfectly. That combination? That's a 10 out of 10. This is the kind of look that just feels right. It's balanced, powerful, and exactly what the Chargers should strive for in their next evolution. If this became the official look, I wouldn't just be satisfied, I'd be all in. The color balance, the helmet coordination, the crisp lines, it all works. Even the navy stripe, which I usually debate about, fits beautifully here. It's that rare combination where tradition meets freshness. Now, switching gears, I came across another concept that surprised me. It had this bold navy base with an unusual twist. It felt slightly outside the box, almost like something you'd see from another franchise. But honestly, it wasn't bad. It stood out in a good way. I'd give this one a 5 out of 10. It was different, but still respectable. Finally, there's this one design that completely broke the mold. It went in a totally new direction, something far from the Chargers' typical style. It was daring, unexpected, and honestly, I loved it. This is the kind of risk that could spark excitement across the fan base. I'd rank it a 7 or even an 8 out of 10. It's bold, it's unique, and sometimes you have to take that leap to find greatness. If the Chargers ever decide to make a sharp turn and go somewhere completely fresh, this would be the jersey to do it. If the Chargers ever wanted to break away from their usual style and try something completely different, there's one bold jersey concept that truly stands out. It's intense, it's aggressive, and it brings a unique edge to the Chargers' look. Some might argue it gives off a bit of a Steelers vibe, but the lightning bolts set it apart. It's not just another black jersey, it's got attitude, it's got punch, and honestly, I really like it. I'd score this one a solid 8 out of 10. Looking across all the designs, I'd put this as my second favorite. But right at the top? Those home and white alternates with that sharp, balanced color work, those are still number one in my book. If the Chargers went in that direction, I'd be all in. I can picture it now. The yellow face mask adding that extra spark. Perfection. And if the team decides to lean into something a little more adventurous, that standout design with a unique twist would absolutely work. It's daring, but it fits. Some fans will always be loyal to the yellow look, no doubt. For me, it's not my favorite, but if the Chargers commit to a yellow concept, they've got to do it with style and precision. And with the right details, I could absolutely get behind it. This moment is special. It's not every season that a team gets to refresh its uniforms. For the Chargers, it's been years since we've seen a major change like this. These are the designs that stick with a team for a long time, so getting it right is huge. Chargers fans, it's an exciting time. Let's enjoy it, let's celebrate it, and let's hope the final designs capture that electric energy this fan base deserves.